Hello, and welcome to A Minute to Unmind. This is what I woke up to this morning. My sign had kind of fallen 1 week post-election. I think it's kind of appropriate. So join me today for our Yin Yoga. Be at peace with all things. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome to A Minute to Unmind with Monica. So we are about a week past our election, and this election, regardless of how you felt about the outcome or how you feel about the outcome, it may have left you feeling a little stressed, a little uneasy, possibly having some trouble grounding, relationship with friends, maybe a little rocky right now. So it's a great time to do some Yin Yoga. So join me for the next 30 minutes as we focus on healing the body, the mind, and the spirit after this election. Let's get started. Okay, so today you will need to have a blanket handy. Any kind of blanket's fine. I like this one. A bolster. Some regular blocks, if you have them, will come in handy. Or if you happen to have some egg blocks, that might be good. Use my trusty airline pillow today. I might need that. So anyway, let's get started. All right, and begin sitting comfortably. Just relax. And you can close your eyes if that's in your practice, or just sit. You can bring your hands to your heart if you would like, or hands to your knees, wherever you're most comfortable. And begin by just taking a few breaths, allowing your breath to soften and deepen. And remember to breathe in and out through your nose. Okay, and as you inhale, imagine breathing in healing energy today. As you exhale, release any tension you might be feeling. And as thoughts pop in your head, just release those for now. And our intention for the practice today is to be open to healing and to welcome peace and renewal into your body and mind. And we'll also be working a little bit on opening up that throat chakra today to not just to be able to communicate and speak, but also to be able to listen with an open mind and an open heart, and to have that heart chakra as well, to have that understanding and the empathy for others today, regardless of how you're feeling or how they're feeling, just finding that place of peace and rest. I'll take a few more deep breaths in. And out. Okay. We'll start off today standing. And depending on if you want to have a wide-legged stance, you can have your legs wide today. Or if you're more comfortable with your legs being together, closer together, do what feels good to you. We're going to do a little bit of a dangling pose today. And Feel free to have blocks or a bolster to help with this as well. Okay, and I'm just gonna inhale in and exhale as you come down. And as you're in dangling pose, you can feel free to put your arms, cross your arms, this, come down to the floor. You can rest on your bolster if you would like. And as we are in our yin postures today, you want to focus on being able to feel a little bit of a stress, but not so much stress that it is hurting. Okay, so find that fine line, so to speak, of that feels good, but is stretching those connective tissues and ligaments today, and bringing that connection to energy and feeling that peace and renewal in your body. And we'll focus today on holding our poses for around 3 minutes or so. So make sure that you're in a comfortable but yet stretching you just a little bit. Holding those poses and repeating that affirmation today, your intention today, that you are open to healing and that you welcome peace and renewal. And take one more deep breath in and gently out. And if your legs are apart, you want to walk them back together as you gently come up. All right. Wiggle that out just a little bit. And slowly come down to tabletop position. Okay. And let's do a few cat-cows to help to reduce that tension you might be feeling. And as you inhale in, pulling that neck, or putting your head up, looking forward, help to open up that throat chakra. Okay. And from here, we're going to go into a camel pose, kind of a modified camel pose. We want you to be comfortable, but we'll start off on our knees here, and a couple of options for you in this pose. You can certainly go ahead and put your hands on your hips and open up and just kind of stay in here if that's comfortable for you. You can go back further. Feel free. Just opening up that chest and throat area. Okay, another option if you have a bolster, just kind of sitting back. Feel free to use blocks as well, if that's helpful. Just focusing on opening up that heart and throat is what's important. And remembering to breathe. If you're feeling it too much in your lower back, make sure your core is engaged. Focus on the shoulders back rather than going too far backwards. If you just take 2 more deep breaths in and gently out. Okay, and then if you were using blocks or a bolster or anything, you can go ahead and remove that. Okay, and from here, let's do a nice counter pose. We'll going into child's pose. So you can option to have your knees together if that's more comfortable, or apart. If you want to go into a bolster, do that. as far down as you need to go. This thing really comes in handy if you have one. Okay, a few more breaths in and out. Okay, good. Slowly slide your hands to raise yourself up. And let's go sitting back in Sukhasana. Roll your shoulders a little bit. And then gently go back and hug your knees together. And you can hug the left knee, put the right foot out, keeping your back open, or sorry, your chest open, shoulders back, chest open. And bring both knees up again. And left leg down, right leg up. Remembering to keep your shoulders down and flat on the mat. Open up that chest and throat. And both knees back up. And bend your knees with your feet to the floor and just take some time to gently windshield wiper your legs back and forth. Help to relieve that tension in the lower back if there's any. And then from here, we'll go ahead and turn to the side. You can turn to the right side. And gently sit up. And we're going to go into a frog pose. So you might want to go back into, I like to start from tabletop position. And I know it might look a little bit weird, but this helps me to keep my feet where they're supposed to be when I'm doing frogs. So from tabletop position, you can get a bolster if you would like, or if this is something that is in your practice without any props, you're fine to do that. You're going to take your legs wide and putting your feet out towards each side of the mat. And this is when I need to kind of sit on my bolster a little bit to keep my feet flat on the ground. My feet don't seem to want to do that on their own, so you can do that. If it's more comfortable, you don't want a bolster, you can keep your feet kind of straight out. That's up to you. Okay, and then come down on your forearms and just kind of rest on your frog. And option 2, keep your head up if you want to continue to open up the throat chakra. Hands can be together. Just making sure that your spine is straight. If you're feeling too much pressure in your lower back, remember to engage your core to help release that pressure. And remember to keep breathing, and as thoughts come in, let them go for now, focusing on that peace and holding your poses. And one more breath in and out. And slowly come back up. If you are using a bolster or blocks or anything to sit on, remove those and come back into your child's pose. And one more breath in and out. Okay, and stay on your stomach. The next thing we're going to do is a shoulder stretch to help open that up a little bit. Open up your shoulders. I'm going to move this over to the side. Okay, with the shoulder stretch, what we want to do is we're going to start off on our stomach. Put your forearms down. Okay. And let's take your right arm, pushing it out to the side of you, even with your eyes and your shoulders. And then your left arm can go back. You can see it back there, just laying to the side. And what you're going to do with your gently with your feet and your back, you're going to roll to your right side. So you can use your arms to help prop you up. And we're rolling onto our right side. You can take your left leg back if that's more comfortable to help give you balance. And gently come back to your stomach. And this time, your right arm down to your side, left arm, sorry, down by your hips. Left arm is going to be out. You're looking the left way. And then with your arms and legs, gently roll yourself. I cannot do this side as well. Okay, and you can always put your forearm down if it's a little bit too much of a pull. If you need more of a pull, lift yourself up even more. Okay, and you can come back to your stomach. Okay, and this time, let's come back up to a tabletop. And you can do a few cat and cows. Do our counterbalance for that pose, and we're going to thread the needle. So going towards your right side, come down with your forearm and reach your arm out. You can also put this arm back if that's more comfortable, or kind of hold your head up. And back up to tabletop. And we'll do the same thing with your right arm through, forearm down. Bring your head to the mat. And stretching out that right side. And gently come back up to tabletop. And into your Balasana, child's pose. Okay, and then make your way back onto your back, sorry. Okay, an option to hug your knees and go through the right and the left. Another option is to do legs up the wall if you have a wall nearby. You can into that, arms onto your side. And like I said, if you do not have a wall or anything nearby, feel free to hug your legs in. You could also do windshield wipers. You feel too much tension in your knees or your lower back, feel free to raise those up a little bit, or you can bend your knees. Okay, and we'll finish off today in Shavasana. So you can bring legs to a comfortable width apart and arms out. If you want to use a blanket underneath, you can also have the option to have your legs bent. And start to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Focus on the breath, moving your arms, your legs. And when you're ready, move slowly, roll to fetal position on your right side. And sit up into Sukhasana. All right, place your hands in prayer position at your heart, or you can rest them on your knees, whatever is comfortable for you. And take a moment to reflect on today's practice. Thank you so much for coming today. And hopefully, as thoughts came into your head, you let those go and continue to do that throughout the day as you interact with people, having an open mind. We'll end with our final affirmation today, remembering that you are whole and that you embrace your journey towards peace. And take a deep breath in and exhale. Namaste. Great seeing you again today. We'll see you next time.